If you struggle with reading in English and don't know where to start, let me make it easier for you. Here are the reasons why you should pick up a children's book in English. Hey, my fellow English learner! You're watching Fluent English with Lady Giraffe. I'm Olga and I love reading, especially in foreign languages. Children's books hold a special place in my heart because for me, they're the easiest and most enjoyable way to learn a language. However, quite a few people think that children's books are dumb and suitable only for kids. Some are 100% sure that these kinds of books are extremely boring. Yes, it's entirely possible that reading children's books is not for you. But how would you know without even trying? First of all, what do I mean by a children's book? There is no exact definition, but to make it easier for us, let's say that it's anything written for kids and teens from ages, let's say, 5 to 17. I know, that's a lot. And a lot of those books have illustrations in them. I love pictures in books. They're so nice to look at. That's not their only advantage. They can help you understand what's going on in the plot better, and you'll memorize new vocabulary faster and on a deeper level. If you add a picture to a text, it makes learning vocabulary more effective. And some illustrated books are simply gorgeous to just look at and a pleasure to read. Another thing is, I like that vocabulary and grammar in children's books are simpler than in adult books, but not dumbed down. You still come across a wide range of grammar structures and words in different contexts. You can't deny that some books are way easier to read than others. Like, for example, a book aimed at a 6-year-old will be way easier to read than a teen novel. And don't forget that children's books can also be from a lot of different genres, from fairy tales and fantasy books to detective novels and nonfiction. You have a ton of books to choose from. The thing is, when you start reading books in another language, you probably don't know a lot of words. And without extensive vocabulary, you can't enjoy reading adult books properly. Looking up every other word in the dictionary while you're reading is torture. Believe me, I've been there and I'm still there. In some aspects. And even though children's books can also be tough to read, especially at the beginning, they require less knowledge and less effort from you to start. The good thing is that you can improve your vocabulary by simply reading regularly. And you don't even need to study new words. Just think about it. You can just read and enjoy yourself, and you don't need to study a lot. But if you want to become more aware of new vocabulary, you can look up some of the new words and write their translation down right on the pages of the books. Children's books often have large font sizes and plenty of space to make notes. There is another really awesome thing about children's books. They're often being published in long series. A series of books allows you to get used to the writing style. You probably enjoy the books more simply because you start to care about the characters and their journeys. Also, you'll definitely stumble upon the same words and grammar structures again and again. This will boost your vocabulary and grammar knowledge much faster. Besides, children's books are usually shorter than adult books. You'll get the satisfaction of finishing them faster. It's such a nice feeling to finally read a book in another language. It always gives me a fresh boost of motivation to continue learning. Anyway, have I mentioned that children's books are fun? They're extremely fun. And again, there are so many different books aimed at children out there. They're a joy to read, even for adults. I'm 35, almost. And returning to the books you read as a child can give you so much comfort and nostalgia. And some children's books are free and easily available on the internet. I'm talking about children's classics, of course. These books are classics for a reason. Although I probably wouldn't recommend that you start your reading journey with them. Older books can have some really old-fashioned vocabulary and some grammar structures you need to get used to. But I believe they're so worth your time and effort. And if children's books are really and truly not your cup of tea, there are some other options like graded readers, for example. Some people prefer to improve their reading skills by reading books with simplified vocabulary and grammar. There are plenty of graded readers for English learners now. This wasn't how I started my reading journey in English more than a decade ago. And that's not how I'm learning to read in another language right now. I've come to enjoy reading children's books of different genres and for different ages in English and other languages. I find stories in graded readers a bit boring. Children's books are much smarter than you think, and you can become a better English learner with every book you finish. And not only because of all the vocabulary and grammar, but also because maybe you'll discover a childlike curiosity again. And I truly believe that curiosity is what makes us better learners. What do you think? Do you enjoy reading children's books? Or do you find them silly? If you need a few recommendations for children's and adult books, check out this video next. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time with more awesome language content.